Hello guys, welcome back to the biology revision where we are continuing revising essay type question from section B of biology paper 2. So today's revision will first start with topic 8 excretion, and we'll focus on first the question which came in 2022 school certificate, and this was the question. The question was on number 2A, which was like describe the process of excretion in human beings, 6 marks. Describe the process of excretion in human beings, 6 marks. So in answering, you say excretion is the process of removing metabolic waste and toxins from the body. The kidneys filter blood to form urine, removing urea, excess salts, and water. The lungs expel carbon dioxide, a byproduct of respiration, during exhalation. The skin releases small amounts of waste through sweat, and the liver breaks down toxins and old blood cells. So you are done. You have described very well the kidneys function, the liver's function, and the skin's function. Okay? So you say excretion is the process of removing metabolic waste and toxins from the body. The kidneys filter blood to form urine, removing urea, excess salts, and water. The lungs expel carbon dioxide, a byproduct of respiration. During exhalation, the skin releases small amounts of waste through sweat, and the liver breaks down toxins and old blood cells. So let's go to the next question. The next question was B in the same year. It was like describe the role of the kidney in maintaining the balance of water and salt ions in the blood. 6 marks. Describe the role of the kidney in maintaining the balance of water and the salt ions in the blood. So when they say role, it means a function as well. So you are also describing the function of the kidney in maintaining the balance of water and the salty ions in the blood. So 6 marks you describe. So in your answering, you say the kidney maintains water and salt balance, a process known as osmoregulation. When blood is too concentrated, the pituitary gland releases more antidiuretic hormone ADH, which causes the kidneys to reabsorb more water, producing concentrated urine. When blood is too dilute, less ADH is released, resulting in more dilute urine. The hormone uh, aldosterone also helps regulate salt reabsorption. Okay, yeah. So that's how you describe. So you say the kidney maintains water and the salt balance, a process known as osmoregulation. When blood is too concentrated, the pituitary gland releases more antidiuretic hormone, which causes the kidneys to reabsorb more water, producing concentrated urine. When blood is too dilute, less antidiuretic hormone is released, resulting in more dilute urine. The hormone aldosterone also helps regulate salt reabsorption. So you are done, 6 marks. Then move to the next question, which came in 2023 school certificate as well. And the question was on number 1, and it was like A1, state 3 substances which a mammal can excrete out of its body. State 3 substances which a mammal can excrete out of its body, 3 marks. So in answering your same, the 3 substances are urea, carbon dioxide, and excess water or salts. You are done. We move to the second one. The second one was Roman numeral 2, which was like explain how each of the substances mentioned in A Roman numeral 1 is excreted. So you explain how each of these are excreted. So you say urea is produced in the liver from excess amino acids and is filtered by the kidneys into urine. Carbon dioxide is produced by cellular respiration and is expelled by the lungs during exhalation. Excess water and salts are filtered by the kidneys and excreted in urine, with small amounts also lost through sweat. You are done. Then we move on to the other question B, which was like compare and contrast excretion and osmoregulation. Compare and contrast excretion and osmoregulation. When they say compare and contrast, it means you look at their similarities and their differences. So in answering, you say both excretion and osmoregulation are processes that maintain the body's internal environment. Excretion specifically involves the removal of metabolic waste products like urea, while osmoregulation focuses on maintaining the balance of water and salt levels in the body. Excretion eliminates toxic substances, while osmoregulation ensures that cells have the right water and ion concentration. So you have looked at how they compare and how they differ. So in how they compare, you said both excretion and osmoregulation are processes that maintain the body's internal environment. In how they contrast, you have said excretion specifically involves the removal of metabolic waste products like urea, while osmoregulation focuses on maintaining the balance of water and salty levels in the body. Then you have also continued to say excretion eliminates toxic substances, while osmoregulation ensures that cells have the right water and the ion concentration. Okay, so done. We go to the other question which came in 2024 GCE. So this question was also on number 1M, which was like explain the role of the kidney in the following: Roman numeral 1, excretion; Roman numeral 2, osmoregulation. So you explain the role or the function of the kidney in this process called excretion and in this process called osmoregulation. So in answering, you say in excretion, the kidney filters blood to remove waste products like urea, which is then expelled in urine. Then in osmoregulation, the kidney regulates the amount of water reabsorbed into the blood, which is controlled by the hormone. You are done. Then we go to B. B says explain one disorder associated with the kidney and its remedies. You explain one disorder or problem associated with the kidney and its remedy or solutions. So in answering, you say one common kidney disorder is kidney failure, where the kidneys can no longer filter waste effectively. Remedies include dialysis, where a machine filters the blood, and kidney transplants, where a healthy kidney from a donor is placed into the patient. Okay, then we go to the next question C. C says, give 2 reasons why there is limited excretion of substances in plants. Give 2 reasons why there is limited excretion of substances in plants. like you give reasons why plants don't seem to be undergoing the process of excretion. That's what this question is asking for. So in answering, you say one reason is that plants have a lower metabolic rate compared to animals, which means they produce waste products much more slowly. Another reason is that plants can often recycle their waste products. For example, carbon dioxide and water produced during respiration can be reused in photosynthesis. Additionally, plants can store some waste products in a harmless form within their cells or in parts of the plant that will eventually be shed, like leaves or bark. Yeah, so this is the reason why there is limited excretion of substances in plants. Then we go to the next question. The next part is on topic 9, homeostasis and osmoregulation. So again, here there was a question in 2018 GCE, which was 9B, which was like, how does the skin regulate body temperature on a Roman numeral 1 cold day, Roman numeral 2 hot day? So you explain how the skin regulate body temperature on cold day and hot day. So in answering on cold day, you say on a cold day, the skin helps to conserve body heat through several mechanisms. First, the blood vessels near the surface of the skin become narrower, a process called vasoconstriction. This reduces blood flow to the skin, which helps to minimize heat loss. Additionally, sweat glands become inactive so that the body doesn't lose heat through the evaporation of sweat. The tiny muscles attached to hair follicles contract, making the hairs stand up, which helps to trap a layer of air close to the skin, providing insulation. Sometimes the body also responds by shivering, which generates heat through muscle activity. So this is what the skin does to regulate the body temperature on a cold day. So on a cold day, the skin helps to conserve body heat through several mechanisms. That's what it does to ensure that it conserves heat, the body doesn't lose heat. Now, how does it do? We are saying first, the blood vessels near the skin, near the surface of the skin, become narrower, a process called vasoconstriction. This reduces blood flow to the skin, which helps to minimize heat loss. Additionally, sweat glands become inactive, so the body doesn't lose heat through the evaporation of sweat. The tiny muscles attached to hair follicles contract, making the hairs stand up, which helps to trap a layer of air close to the skin, providing insulation. Sometimes the body also responds by shivering, which generates heat through muscle activity. So we move to the next question, which was hot day. How does it regulate temperature of the skin? We are going to say on a hot day, the skin works to release excess heat and cool the body down. The blood vessels near the skin surface widen, which is called vasodilation, allowing more blood to flow near the surface and release heat. Sweaty glands become active and produce sweat, which cools the body as it evaporates from the skin. The hair muscles relax, allowing the hairs to lie flat so that heat can escape more easily. So this is what it does, the skin on a hot day to regulate temperature. Okay, then we move to the next question, which came in 2019 in GCE. This was question 6A, and it was like define homeostasis. 2 marks. Define homeostasis, 2 marks. So in answering, you say homeostasis is the process by which the body maintains a stable internal environment despite changes in the external environment. This means that factors like body temperature, blood glucose levels, and water balance are kept within a narrow health limits, ensuring that the body's cells can function properly. Yeah, so this is what homeostasis is. We go to the next question, was question B, which was like briefly explain the role of the following organs in homeostasis. 1, kidney, and 2, liver. So in answering, you start with kidney, where you say the kidney plays a crucial role in homeostasis by regulating the body's water balance and ensuring that the right amount of salts and minerals are reabsorbed into the bloodstream, which helps maintain proper pH and electrolyte levels. Then we go to the liver. So the liver will say the liver also has multiple roles in maintaining hemostasis. It helps regulate blood sugar levels by storing or releasing glucose. It detoxifies harmful substances, and it also generates heat through its metabolic activities, helping to maintain body temperature. Then we go to the next question, which says describe when and how the skin induces loss of heat from the body. Describe when and how the skin reduces loss of heat from the body. So in answering, you say when the environment is cold, the skin reduces heat loss by constricting the blood vessels near the surface, which decreases blood flow and thus conserves heat. The sweat glands also reduce the sweat glands stop producing sweat, preventing heat loss through evaporation. Additionally, the tiny muscles attached to hair follicles contract, making the hairs stand up and trap a layer of insulating air close to the skin. Okay, so this is how the skin uh, prevents what or reduces loss of heat from the body. Then we got to another question which came in 2024 at GCE. Oh, it was again the same question was repeated. It was on 3A. Explain the meaning of the term hemostasis. Homeostasis, I mean. 3 marks. There it was 1 mark. So here you say hemostasis refers to the body's ability to maintain a stable internal environment even when external conditions change. This involves regulating factors like temperature, pH, and glucose levels within a narrow limits so that all the body cells can function optimally. This balance is usually achieved through feedback mechanisms that adjust bodily functions as needed. Then we got to another question, which was question B. Describe the role of the liver in the regulation of 1, high blood sugar, 2, body temperature. So you see, we are starting with the high blood sugar. You see, when blood sugar levels are high, such as after eating a sugary meal, the pancreas releases insulin, which signals the liver to absorb glucose from the blood. The liver then converts this excess glucose into glycogen, a storage form of sugar, through a process called glycogenesis. This helps lower blood sugar levels back to normal. In terms of body temperature regulation, the liver is highly metabolically active and produces heat as it carries out various chemical reactions. This helps maintain the body's core temperature, especially in colder conditions. Okay, so we are done with answering both. Okay, so here is where we end with today's biology revision. We will continue in the next revision. Bye.